Hi everyone, welcome to Colouring with Kay and thank you for joining me today. So in this video I'm going to share these beautiful Arrtx acrylic markers. So there's 36 pens, you may have seen them on YouTube already, but they kindly sent these to me. I think it's a new sort of design, so there's better coverage and a really nice brush tip. Of course, with being acrylic markers, you can use them on different surfaces and not just paper, so wood or plastic. So yeah, it's a new design. You just have to shake it before use and you can actually see the ink through a little window on the pen. So a lovely box, beautiful soft feel box there. We've got the little Arrtx thank you card with all the social media information there. And then here we have the pens. So let's just take out one of these. We'll take out the one that's next to the white. So they do have the code. So not a colour name, but at least a code, which is really good. And then I really like the design. So of course we'll have a look at the brush tip in a second. So we've got acrylic marker, strong coverage. I have actually just very briefly tried it out and yeah, they are quite juicy markers, which is really nice. Shake well with the cap on before use, and then you've got these three little windows here in the barrel where you can view when your ink is running out, which is a really good design feature, so I like that. So yeah, thank you to Arrtx for sending me these. So the first thing I'm going to do, so we've got two trays here, as you can see. So 36 colours. Did I show you the tip? I can't even remember if I did that. I don't think I did I? So yeah, that's the tip. Now, I prefer acrylic markers which aren't too thick. So I think this brush tip allows you to make thicker and thinner lines. And yeah, I like the shape of the nib because I think it will be, well, not the nib, but the brush, it'll be able to, you know, make a variety of different lines. So I have got this Bristol board paper sketch pad paper and I'm going to swatch out these colours. So I'm going to do that quickly and talk about the main features of the pen, and then I am going to use them on a colouring page. So see you in a sec. Right, so I've come back with a list of the numbers on the pens and I'm going to do a swatch. So it was really enjoyable doing the swatch because the pens flowed so easily, the ink came out so well. So I just want to summarise the main features of the pens here. So they come in a beautiful packaging, as you can see, and they are really well presented, so you can keep your pens in there. I usually keep my pens in the Arrtx boxes because I think the packaging is well made. The ink is the sort of the design is new for these pens, and you can tell from the barrel of the pen and how it's designed. So no pressing of the nib to make the ink flow out, and there's no skipping of the ink. The nib seems really firm but not too firm, so really easy to utilise. The ink comes out uniformly, so like I said, there's no blocking, there's no leaking ink. They do recommend, however, that you do, and I did actually when I was doing the swatching, give a little shake to the pens before you use them so that you do get an even flow of the ink. So the brush is a soft nylon 3.5mm brush, and what I like about that is that you can get thinner lines with it, because I prefer to have thinner lines usually. So I think this brush is sufficient, particularly for the simpler colouring books. For some books where I want to cover the lines, where the lines are narrow, quite narrow and quite slim and thin, they may not be appropriate, but definitely for the new trend, you know, the books that we've got which have got the simpler images. So the brush is made of a polyester fibre, it's wear resistant, durable, and we have stickers on the pen as well so that we can easily find the colour that we're looking for. The ink comes out, as I said, smoothly, and it dries pretty much as soon as you put it onto the paper, which is really good, so that avoids smudges. The ink is fade resistant, so will remain vibrant as well. So yeah, those are the main features of the pen. I do really like the colour selection as well. I think in the next clip I do comment on them. I would have liked maybe, you know, maybe one less pink and maybe another brown. I would really like an Arrtx set which has more earthy and neutral tones, because the pens are very high quality and very well made, and we do have a lot of bright colour selections, so if we can have more muted colours, I would definitely be interested in those. So yeah, biggest plus for me personally is the design of the pen and how easily the ink flows out, and you don't have that frustration where you're getting skipping of the ink and shaking it madly to try to improve it, which you do get with some other brands, unfortunately. And that's it. We're going to go on to the next clip now, where I discuss the range of colours. Okay, so here are the colours and the completed swatch. So yeah, they look like quite the standard colours that you'd get in a set of 36, I would say. So we've got some blues. I do quite like this light blue, because often certain light colours might be a little bit amiss in some sets, and a light pink there as well, so I quite like that. Of course, I mean, I would have liked another brown actually, because like a darker brown. I like the greys, I like that there's a couple of purples and quite a few pinks, which is actually quite nice, and quite a good bright red as well, and then a dark orange. So yeah, I think I like that green as well. It'd be nice if there was a lighter green to go with that, but anyway, I think the range of colours is really nice. So that's all good. So I am now going to use these colours, I think, and I mean the way let's have a look. The way I use not alcohol markers, but acrylic markers, particularly in my art, is covering the lines. So that's one of the main ways that I use my acrylic markers, is actually covering the black lines, and I'm sure quite a few other colourists do that as well, rather than using them to sort of colour bits, you know, of areas or anything. So they're really good for that. So let's try them out now. I think I mean, it's not an exact match here, but let's look at the T650. T650, there we go, which is this colour here. So I'm going to use that on the reindeer. I think pictures look much more sophisticated and better when you know, when we cover the black lines. It looks more natural, and I used to actually go over some areas with a black marker, you know, when I use the metallic paints, but this is definitely my preferred technique now. It's not too bad. I mean, it doesn't really matter if it's near enough the colour, then we're okay. I do like the way it's going down on the paper, definitely a very little effort on my part, and the brush nib is quite easy to control, I would say. It's not bad at all, and I can get the right width of line by applying pressure to different extents. So yeah, this page, by the way, is from, I think it's Veronica, no, I can't remember her second name. She does make colouring books. Veronica, let me see if I can find her pages. I have it on my iPad, you see, so I'm just looking. Colouring books. So yeah, I think it's called Cottage Huger Colouring, and it's by, oh, I don't think her name is on here actually. She's a little bit annoying, but there we go. I didn't write an, oh, that's annoying. Let's see if I can still find it. Oh, Jeanette Veronica, that's it. Okay, so Jeanette Veronica. I thought Veronica might have been her first name, but I have forgotten. So yeah, Jeanette Veronica, and I preferred the PDF book. So yeah, I quite like these markers, I have to say. They will be very useful in covering black lines. I think this brown will also possibly do for this bit here. It's quite relaxing doing this with the acrylic markers as well. Okay, so that's that. Let's see if you can do something else. Now this red here, I think the T258 might be quite good for that. I do use the other markers, from Arrtx as well, the 60A and the 60B, which are also brush tips, particularly for these sort of simpler books, because the lines are fatter. So because the lines are fatter, you want a thicker line to cover them, which is, I think this colour might be useful for actually going over this hat as well. So yeah, I do prefer the brush tip for these thicker lines. Now, I recently completed like a survey for Arrtx as well, where they were asking feedback for what we'd like to see in their products. I like everything about the Arrtx acrylic markers. The only thing I wish they would do really is come out with more muted colours. I think that would be absolutely perfect if they did. So T566 would go well here, or maybe the bushes actually. So shall we look at that? So yeah, I think if they did that, that would really make me happy. Oh no, it's coming down. Oh, it looks a little bit different, but we'll still go with it. And then this is snow on top, which I'm going to use paint, I think, to go over. But it's so relaxing, you know. I mean, that green's not very great. This green's not particularly great, but what the best thing about markers is that you can go over it with another marker later, because acrylic will cover acrylic. That's what I've found anyway. So I'll do that, but I'm just going to go over this bit right now. So if I do find another colour in another set, then I'll go over it. But yeah, for these bigger pictures, these simpler ones, I would definitely recommend using a brush tip. And these markers are lovely and juicy. They don't skip, and that's what I like the best. I have got another brand which I do really like because of the smaller nib, but the amount of times I have to shake them and then it still doesn't work. It's quite an expensive brand I'm talking about. I don't know if I should name it, but yeah, these ones. I like them because of the muted colours, but I'm a bit disappointed with how they skip quite a lot. But the design on here is such that, yeah, you shake them and they don't skip, and it's not frustrating to use them, which I have to say is a massive positive for me. I know I don't usually colour with acrylic markers, but for these, because it's like a little space, quite a small space, I think I might, I don't know if there's any colours that are suitable though, that's the thing. How about the T560? So this one, maybe, I mean that's that one there. So it does look, I think that might be okay. So let's I'm sure it'll be fine. So that's snow. Sometimes it's hard to tell which part is snow, which part is not, but I'm just doing it according to what I think. They are very good, they're very opaque, so they cover the black lines very effectively. I think going over them once is sufficient. There we go. And then the rest of it can be snow. Let's do this. So yeah, I'm quite enjoying using these markers, particularly in these simpler colouring books. But like I say, even in all the other colouring books and the colouring pages that I use or that I work on, I do use acrylic markers for covering the lines, just because I think it gives a better finish. So there we go. I'm going to leave that and do the rest off camera, but is there anything else I can cover here? I think these, yeah, T720 I would say. So yeah, let's get that. But my main use is to definitely use them for covering black lines. Let me know, do you do that as well? I mean, it does take time, but like I said, it is relaxing because it's repetitive, quite simple. You don't have to think about it. And you know, when you don't have to keep shaking the pen because the flow from the pen is so smooth and consistent. That makes it significantly better for me. I believe it would make it significantly better for anyone, really. So this is the Nina cardstock as well that I'm working on. Okay, now that's, I think, enough of the demo. I hope it is anyway. But yeah, I quite like how that's come out because it's a small area. I think It works quite well to use just the acrylic markers there just to colour. I mean, quite frankly, you could cover the snow with the white as well, but I think I want to use paint but then go around the outline with the white marker. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with these bits, but yes, I think these markers are beautiful, really, really nice. I love the design on them. I really like the box and the packaging that they come in. I like these little windows here so you can see how much ink you've got left. They flow so well. So yeah, an absolutely beautiful set. Thank you so much, Arrtx, for sending me these markers to share on the channel. I highly recommend them. I'm pleased with the colours that you get as well, and thank you once again, and thank you all for watching. Until next time guys, take care, happy colouring, bye.